Hello and welcome to this session on Jenkins beginner tutorial. This is the third session in this series and today we are going to learn how do we change the home directory of Jenkins. So what is the home directory of Jenkins is whenever we deploy Jenkins on any system, there is a folder which is created by default, and most of the times the name of the folder is .jenkins, and the default location will be the user profile of that system. And this folder or this directory contains all the information about the logs, configuration, jobs, everything about Jenkins. Okay, so let's say in we have seen in our last session how do we install and get started with Jenkins. So if I go to my user profile, okay, I can see there is a folder called .jenkins, and if I go inside this folder, I can see everything related to Jenkins, all the logs, jobs, and then the plugins, everything, right? So we have all the configuration, plugins, jobs, and logs inside this home directory. Now the basic question, why do we want to change this home directory? This is working fine and we do not have any issues with this home directory, then why should we even bother to change it? So the one of the most common reasons why people want to change this home directory to some other location is mostly this is getting installed in the user profile, and we want to move it to a place where we have enough disk space, because there will be a lot of jobs being added to our Jenkins, there will be a lot of plugins being added and other configurations, and we want this home directory to be placed in such a location where we have sufficient space, so we want to change it. The other common reason is the requirement of the project. Okay, so these are the two reasons why we change the directory. Okay, so let's get started and let's see this process. How what we have to do is, step one is check your current home directory. Okay, so how do you do that? Let us start our Jenkins, and you have to go to your the location where you have downloaded and you have put your Jenkins folder. So in my case it is desktop tools Jenkins. So wherever your jenkins.war file is, you have to go to that location, whether you are on Windows or on a Mac, and then you have to say java space hyphen jar jenkins.war. So this will start our Jenkins on the default port, which is 8080. Okay, so let me go to my browser and let me go to localhost 8080. Okay, so now my Jenkins is up and running, and what you have to do is you have to go to manage Jenkins, and inside manage Jenkins the very first option you be are getting is configure system. I'm clicking here and you see the very first option, it is showing me the home directory. So you will see your current home directory here, and now I want to change this. Okay, so what we are going to do is the very first thing that we have to do is, so step 2 is create a new folder. Okay, which will be new home directory. Okay, so let's suppose I want to have my new directory inside my tools folder, and inside my tools folder I have Jenkins folder. So wherever I have my jenkins.war, at the same location I want to have a new folder which will be my new parent home directory for Jenkins, and I say this as Jenkins home. Okay, so I have created this. Step 3 will be copy all data from old directory to new directory. Okay, so my old directory was here, dot Jenkins. I will go inside this, copy everything. Okay, I'll copy all this everything, and now I will move to my new directory and I will paste everything here. Okay, so this is getting copied. Now after this copy is completed, now you have to change environment variable, and the environment variable Jenkins underscore home, and set to new directory. Okay, so in this case what you have to do is, in case you are on Windows, what you will do is, uh, you will go to your system variables and you can go through your control panel, or you can go to your my computer, right click, go to properties, and here go to advanced system settings, and here you can see the system properties window has come up, and here there are environment variables. Okay, and here you will find Jenkins home. In case you do not have it, you can create it. Okay, and if it is already there, you can just go to edit, and you have to give the variable name as Jenkins home and the value as the new directory wherever you have created it. Okay, you can do it like this on Windows. Okay, and uh, here you have to change environment variable, and if you are on a Mac, okay, so I am on a Mac, so what I have to do is I have to go to my terminal. Okay, and I will say export Jenkins underscore home equal to whatever value of my the path of my new folder. So it is at desktop, tools, Jenkins, and Jenkins home. Okay, so this is the new location, and just I will say enter. Okay, now let me put it here. This is what I have to do. Go to terminal, and this is what I have to do on terminal, right? Set the path, export the path. It will start from export. Let me just paste it here. Okay, this is what we have to do for Mac, right? Now we have to, step 5 is we have to restart Jenkins. Okay, so for restarting Jenkins, one of the ways is on your command prompt or terminal, wherever you had started your Jenkins, you can say Control C. Okay, and it will get closed, and then you can again start Jenkins by java-jar jenkins.war. One of the other ways to start Jenkins is you can go to your browser where your Jenkins is running, localhost 8080, and here you say restart. Okay, it will ask you, are you sure about restarting Jenkins? Yes, and it will restart Jenkins, and you can see the logs will come up here. Okay, it will close Jenkins and then it will start up again. Okay, so now let me go and check if Jenkins is restarted. Actually, it will come up by itself when Jenkins restarting is done. So now Jenkins is fully up and running. Okay, so now I have to check. Okay, I go to manage Jenkins, then I go to configure system, and here see the home directory is still showing me the old folder. This has not changed here. In Windows, most probably this will not happen, because there you have to change only the environment variables. But if you are on a Mac, there is another thing that you will have to do to change this here, and that is you have to set the environment variables for a permanent session. Now what happened is we set it up here. Okay, we had done export Jenkins home here, but this is only for a temporary session. To do it permanently, what you will need to do is go to your Finder. Okay, and I'm pressing Command Shift G, and I'm going to my users profile, and in your users profile you will find a file called .bash profile, which is a hidden file. Okay, in case you are not seeing this file, you can enable hidden files on Mac, and in my last session I have shown exactly how to do that, so you can look at there how to view the hidden files. And even after enabling hidden files, if you're not able to view this .bash profile file, you can actually create a .bash underscore profile file and open this. And here I have to do the same thing. The export that I did here, I will just add this statement to my .bash profile, and I will save it, and I will exit from terminal, and even here I will exit. Okay, and I will start a new terminal session. I'll go to the location of my Jenkins.war, and now I will start the Jenkins.war. So now my Jenkins is getting started again, and let me go to localhost 8080. It is getting started. Yes, now it is fully up and running. And I'm going to manage Jenkins again, and I'm going to configure system. And yes, now you can see the home directory has changed successfully to the new directory. Okay, now whatever jobs I add or plugins I add or whatever I do on Jenkins, all the files, logs, folders, everything will be stored in my new Jenkins directory. Okay, there's one more thing you can do is you can go to system info, localhost 8080 system info, and you can get all the system properties here, and you can see the environment variables as well here. Okay, now you can see my jenkins.home is set to my new directory. Okay, and information about plugins and everything is here, right? So this is uh, how you can change the home directory. And if you face any issues or problems whether in Windows or Mac in setting this up, you can send me a comment and I will help you out. Okay, so this is how we can change the home directory for Jenkins. Hope you like it. Thank you.